In a sign of India's growing stature in the global defense ecosystem, Bharat has now been ranked fourth most powerful nation in the world. But what about India's eternal rival? Pakistan is nowhere to be found in the top 10 rankings. While New Delhi has established itself as a top 5 global power, just where is Islamabad now? The military power rankings are led by the United States of America, with the ability to project power in all corners of our world. Surprisingly, Russia is still in the second spot despite the near 4 to 5 year war in Ukraine and a host of Western sanctions. China is still behind Russia in the rankings, though it's closing the gap to its larger neighbor. Now, India is firmly in the fourth spot in the global military power rankings, now having the right mix of indigenous weapon systems alongside world-class imports. The Global Firepower Index stated, quote, "The GFP index denotes India as a top 5 global military power. For 2025, India is ranked 4th out of 145 of the countries considered for the annual GFP review," unquote. South Korea is in the 5th spot but significantly behind India in terms of points. Former colonial powers and permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, the United Kingdom and France occupy the 6th and 7th spot. Japan has now slipped below France to 8th spot. However, Tokyo just unveiled its largest ever defense budget to face the Chinese expansionist threat. Turkey has maintained its place in the 9th spot in military power rankings, while Italy completes the top 10 global list. Debt-ridden Pakistan finds itself in 12th spot outside the top 10. Despite economic hardships and surviving on bailouts, Pakistan continues to increase its military budget and is acquiring stealth fighter jets and AIP submarines from China. However, according to neutral experts and as power rankings suggest, Pakistan is no match for India at the moment. In fact, Pakistan ranks below Brazil in the power rankings. Global Firepower Index states, quote, "The result incorporates values related to manpower, equipment, natural resources, finance and geography, represented by 60 plus individual factors used in formulating the finalized GFP ranks," unquote. The ranking is based on military capacities of 146 countries around the world and a comprehensive evaluation of over 60 individual factors. This includes each country's potential war-making capacity across land, sea and air, fought by conventional means. Now, reinforcing its strategic position globally, India has made significant strides in advancing its firepower across the Army, Air Force and the Navy. In terms of specific military strengths, Pakistan ranks 7th globally for air fleet strength, while India is ahead at 4th spot. It remains to be seen if Pakistan's acquisition of the FC-35 jets can tilt this balance, or will India widen this gap further with indigenous fighter jets including the Tejas Mk-1A, Tejas Mark IIs and the AMCA. Now, India has 2,296 military aircraft while Pakistan has 1,431 military aircraft. Indian Air Force operates over 650 fighter jets in 31 squadrons, while Pakistan has 387 fighter jets, with older ones procured from France and US, while newer ones come from China. For naval power, Pakistan was ranked 27th, far behind India and Indian Navy, which is the 6th most powerful navy in the world. Indian Navy has a distinct advantage over Pakistan in terms of the total number of warships, 294 versus 114, but also cutting-edge platforms including 2 aircraft carriers and a fleet of indigenous nuclear submarines. In terms of the army as well, India stands way above Pakistan. Indian Army has 1.45 million active personnel supported by 1.15 million reserve troops and paramilitary force over 25 lakh personnel. With a formidable strength of 4,614, India ranks 6th globally, boasting advanced weaponry such as T-90 Bhishma and Arjun tanks. Pakistan, on the other hand, has only about 6.5 lakh troops in terms of available manpower, troop-wise, and 3,742 tanks. In terms of armored vehicles, India again has 3 times more than Pakistan. While Pakistan has more self-propelled artillery systems than India, quantity always proves better than quantity. Remember in the 1999 during the Kargil conflict, the Bofors guns turned the tide in India's favor and played a vital role in Indian troops recapturing the icy heights. Now speaking about the defense budget, Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman this year allocated 6.8 lakh crore rupees, highlighting a 9% increase compared to last year. Pakistan last year racked up its defense budget by 17.8%. However, that's just $7.64 billion, which is over 10 times smaller than India's $83.6 billion. And yes, while India trails China in terms of power rankings and military budget, quite frankly, China's bigger headache is Taiwan and US backing to Indo-Pacific nations including the Philippines, Japan and South Korea. Now this is why China has been trying to boost Pakistan's military strength as a counterweight to India and to contain India. However, as the power rankings show, currently India has a distinct advantage over Pakistan, a gap which can only be expected to grow bigger in the years ahead. Now, Pakistan lost the 1965, 1971 and the Kargil wars to India, and the trend will continue if another conflict breaks out. So can Pakistan ever compete with India? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.